Good afternoon, everyone. My name is Brandon Hunter, and I'm the founder and CEO of Roog. How many of you have searched online for your favorite Mexican restaurant, or searched or purchased a product or service from a business owned by a woman or a veteran? If you've done this, then you've supported a minority-owned business. Last year when I was in East Austin, I got the chance to speak to the owner of a small business by the name of Altitudes, and she told me that she had recently purchased a marketing package, and they told her that she reached over 1,000 potential new customers. However, they weren't able to tell her who those customers were if they visited her website or her actual business. After having a discussion with her, I went less than a mile away to a local beauty supply store and sparked up a conversation with a young lady who lived in the same area for 10 years. And when I mentioned Altitudes, the business owned by this by this African American woman in the east side of Austin, she told me that she had never heard of it. And it was in that moment that I realized that there were two pain points. One, with the business owner spending money to reach her local customers and not being able to understand if she did that, and also from the customer not being aware of the businesses that were in her community. And this isn't just a problem in Austin. This is a problem in many cities that we call home here in the United States. In fact, in 2017, the United States recorded $1.6 trillion in e-commerce sales. However, the top four states with the highest concentration of minority-owned businesses received less than 8% of that $1.6 trillion. And that is our pain. What we determined from further research is that we will focus on three problems, and that is expanding the awareness locally, expanding it reach beyond their local market, and then capturing more e-commerce purchases, which goes back to our pain. Our market opportunity is defined by the fact that there is approximately 11.1 million minority-owned businesses in the United States, and we're basing the value of the market off of our subscription tier of $150 per month for the businesses. And at the grand level, the United States total is 20 billion, 3 billion if we focus on those top four states. And if we focus on Texas, which is our beachhead market, that market in itself is approximately $720 million in value. Further research that we've conducted through surveys and in-person interviews, we determined that many of the people that already that we surveyed shopped at minority-owned businesses, 46% of them. And out of those surveyors, 90% of them said that they would shop more often if they could find those businesses online. And that is what drove our solution: a consumer-facing mobile product for shoppers to discover unique products and services for small businesses in minority communities. And as you can see here are the screenshots of our application that was just launched yesterday on September 1st. When we researched our competition, we focused on two areas, and that was the area of business directory listings, which you can see, which are Yelp, Official Black Wall Street, and Yellow Pages. And then on the social side, we have Facebook and Instagram. Where we come in is that we're going to fall in between, which is why we brand ourselves as a social e-commerce app. We're driving people to purchase more often from minority and small businesses in their community. Our revenue projections are based off of our 5-year projections. And like I said earlier, if we focus on that beachhead market of 400,000 minority businesses in Texas, and we achieve 80,000 businesses to spend, get 80,000 businesses to spend a minimum of $25 a month in ad spend, that can ultimately generate a monthly recurring revenue of $2 million per month by year 5. And on the other side, our revenue channel is in that purchase. And so our goal is to reach 3 million users by year 5, convert 5% of them to actual shoppers within the app that spend an average of $250 per month. And we would take a 5% commission from that. And over the course of 5 years, by the 5-year mark, we will be generating approximately $2 million in monthly recurring revenue. And so these are the two revenue streams that we focused on so far with the Roog app. And ultimately, our impact over the next 5 to 10 years would be to increase the annual revenue for the business by $3,200, actually create new jobs between 5,000 to 10,000 new jobs, and capture at least $100 million in e-commerce purchases via the Roog app. As you can see here, our team is as diverse as our mission. We have experience in supply chain, product management, IT management, digital and branding, marketing. And most importantly, when you look at our advisors, we have advisors with retail experience, which is what our app is focused on. And also we have retail technology experience too, which is from Michael Grange. So far, as you can see, we have a diverse team from different schools, different work backgrounds, and different parts of the world. Our ask right now is $250,000 to complete and launch the Roog app in 2020. We've successfully launched the Apple version, and we're continuing to build and expand on that, so that those funds will go towards product development and information security. We will also continue to expand our software, not expand our software, but to maintain and manage our software, expand our sales team, and continue to ensure that we have all the legal representation and the legal documents for Roog. The last thing, which is one of the most important things for us, is our marketing. And right now, part of those funds that we raise will go towards our social media campaign, creating more promotional videos, and continue to expand our relationships and partnerships here in Texas and beyond. Ladies and gentlemen, that concludes the pitch for Roog. Are there any questions?
Any questions for Brandon?
I actually have a product that I can show you. One moment, since we have a little bit of time. So to save some time, I've already logged into the app, but you can download the Roog app in the Apple App Store. All you have to do is type in ROOG. And as you can see, we have a feed and a map, and that is based upon our design to drive more local awareness. So based on where you are, the businesses will appear based on your location and what your search preferences are. Right now, where businesses are located in the area that you are. Currently, I'm in the Dallas area. So all the businesses that have a physical location are listed here. You can also search for a business. So if I say men's, anything that's associated with men's product or maybe beard, you'll get those businesses that will appear. So I think there's a slight delay in the screen. One moment. Can you see it?
Not yet.
Not yet? Okay, one moment.
It almost.
My apology. My apology. It was my Wi-Fi network. I lost a quick connection, but I'm getting back to it. Okay, so when I typed in beard, businesses that were associated with men's grooming, they came up. You can select the business profile here. And from there, you can scroll through and see what the business is about. Some of the businesses will have products. For example, if I take you to K Price Collection, this is a business owned by a young lady here in the Dallas area. And when you pull up her profile, you can actually see the offers that she has on her website. And so when you click on it, you can see it in more detail, what the product is, more information in the description. And at the end, if that's a product that you want to save for later, you can favorite it. And if you want to purchase and order it now, you can do that by clicking order online, and it'll take you to that product page. And here you can actually read in more details and add it to the cart. Now, when we go back to favorites, since these are saved as the favorites, these deals, they appear in your deals, and also the businesses that you like will also show up as well.
Hey, Brandon,
so this,
you have a quick question. Do you mind pausing for a second?
Oh yes, one moment.
Everybody loves when you share the app. I got to tell you guys, when he shares the app, there's so many cool things. That's an amazing product. I like yesterday with lipstick and food, barbecue. The question is from the cash.
Yes.
One, tell us about the acquisition cost of new businesses in your platform.
The acquisition cost? Yes.
Yeah,
one moment.
Cost of getting somebody on your platform.
Yes, so the acquisition cost right now, based on our research so far, over the past few years, it's about $350 actually 150. So 150 in terms of customer acquisition costs, and that's based on subscription. A yearly subscription of 150 over 12 months is 1,800. And we created we agreed that the average lifespan right now would be about 1.5 years. And so that came out to a CAC ratio of about 4 to 1, which is good, because it shows that we can make profit through that channel. Also, from a shopper's perspective, with our marketing cost and the cost to put the app on the App Store and downloads, that's about $35 per shopper. However, our goal is to get each shopper to spend $250 on average a month, with a lifespan of 1.5 years, and that's also a 4 to 1 4 to 1 CAC ratio. And so this is our customer acquisition costs are right now 150 and $35 based on our two customer bases.
And Brandon, can you go back to your revenue slide, because the next question's on the revenue.
Yes, I can.
Let's do that one more time. While you're doing, while you're finding that slide, there's a comment that says definitely needed with COVID changes and with business hours changing weekly.
Yes, you're talking about the business hours and the business profile?
No, I mean, what they're saying during this COVID crisis, right? It's definitely needed because
yes,
some shops are shutting down, and then
yes, definitely. Yes, I agree. This is definitely something that is needed. You know, did I answer all the questions for you?
No, you didn't. Just go through this real fast.
Go to the revenue projections?
Yeah, just walk through it really fast.
Okay, so with the revenue projections is based off of 5 years. When I showed you the screen earlier that showed our market value, we focused on the Texas market, which is where we're launching in our beachhead market. With 400,000 businesses that are minority owned in Texas, we say we're going to go after 80,000 of those businesses. We need them to spend at least $25 at least one time on our platform. But over 5 years, that generates an average of about $2 million a month recurring revenue. Now, in addition to that monthly spend of $25, we've also assumed higher spends with some businesses versus others, and that averages out to that 2 million monthly. That's our pay per ad revenue channel for the businesses. Now, in the in-app purchases, our goal in order to successfully make those purchases generate a revenue for us, we need at least 3 million users by the end of year 5, because the average conversion of mobile shoppers, actual purchasers, is about 5%. And so in order for us to still be able to create that value, we have to drive that $250 in average month spend per shopper. And with 5% of commission, that will generate approximately $2 million by the end of year 5 in monthly recurring revenue.